Hi, welcome to the channel. Sorry about this because I am in my car recording. I'm just in the car park, so felt like a perfect opportunity. But yeah, welcome to the channel. My name's Asmara, if you didn't already know. And today's video is literally all about university. It's basically all about the reason why I wanted to start a channel. Because my purpose for starting a YouTube channel was just to give a bit of an insight on university, so on the benefits but also on the realities and the negatives, because uni is something which is heavily glorified, and I just wanted to let people think for themselves and think about all options and not just necessarily the positives, because uni comes with its negatives, just like everything in life does, you know what I'm saying. Also, I'll be talking about whether this is something that you really want to be taking up during a global pandemic, whether uni is really for you, because uni is not for everyone, do you know what I mean? So yeah, don't get me wrong, not talking about complete negatives and not talking about complete positives, because uni is a mixture of both. So on with the video. It's not too bad. I apologize, my eyebrows are never even. That was sister's baby, so just ignore that. Okay, so basically, to start off explaining, I think I should talk about my experience of university a little bit. So I am a graduate 2020. I'm sadly one of the people that graduation got stolen from me. I didn't get to graduate properly. My graduation was virtual, but I did not attend, bitch, because I'm fucking... Sorry, I shouldn't probably swear a lot. This is like my first video. Basically, yeah, I was one of those people that my graduation got stolen from me. I didn't attend virtual graduation because graduation is one of the things that I looked forward to most when I started university. It was one of the things that I saw myself as just wanting. Like, when I started uni, my sole purposes for going to uni was to write my dissertation, which I wrote on a topic that I always wanted to write about, and was to graduate, throw off my little cap and peace the fuck out, you know, bitch. So genuinely not getting to do those two things, getting to do one of those things broke my heart. But I'm so grateful for the experience I had of university. I'm grateful that I graduated when I did and that I wasn't going through uni during this global pandemic. Luckily, I just had my last semester to finish in the global pandemic. But I keep saying the global pandemic like I'm fucking nice, but yeah. But I luckily only had to do yeah, as I said, I had to only finish one semester, and I was in third year, so my sole purpose was to finish my dissertation, and then I had two other modules to finish, which one of them I literally finished a week before the pandemic started, and then the other one I just kind of had to, you know, work with it. But it was cool, it was good, we got through it. So yeah, my experience of university, it was hit and miss for me personally. I didn't enjoy uni, I won't lie, and that's why whenever people talk to me about uni and people are saying to me, oh, like, Asmara, like, how was your experience? I really want to go. I always say, don't go unless it's seriously for you, because uni is not for everyone, do you know what I'm saying? Uni wasn't for me, but I decided to go. It's like, think of the long term, basically, and it's true. If I thought of the short term, I would not have been where I am now, would not have been so happy, would not have got what I got, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I went. I did graduate with a first. So yeah, there were a lot of benefits to things, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to think of the longevity and not just the now, do you know what I'm saying? And at the time I was kind of thinking about the now and like, oh, do I want to do this? But if I didn't think about the longevity, if I'd have thought about the longevity, I would have probably, you know, envisioned things better. So yeah, for me, uni was hit and miss. My first year was, it was something. I'm not gonna put down anything, and I'm not gonna put down anyone, but I had stuff going on in my university years that affected me, because there was stuff beyond my control to do with the institution. By the end of second year, those people were gone, and I had amazing people supporting me throughout my last year. My last year was the best year purely because of who was running the course, and purely because it was just my time to shine, you know. Dissertation, I got to do everything I always wanted to do. So yeah, we won't get into it. If you want to read my dissertation, I will email it to you. Because my dissertation was I was extremely proud of, you know what I'm saying? As a black woman, I first-hand feel those things, I first-hand see those things. So for me, it was nice to talk from a perspective of, this is my life, this is my sisters' lives, my friends, my cousins' lives, my aunties' lives, this is their lives, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was nice to talk about that, but I've really fast forward and skipped a bit. But first and second year were just a bit traumatic, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there were a lot of times when I wanted to drop out. I won't even lie, I wanted to drop out multiple times in my 3 years of university. I think everyone faces that challenge at some point, where you always feel like, do I need to continue this because it's not benefiting me mentally? And luckily I held on and got through it. At one stage in my university life, I really did want to look for counselling. Luckily I have been blessed with a support system where my family's great. So my mum's like my best friend, I chat to her about everything. But at the time when I was going through all these things in university, I didn't want to worry my parents, you know what I mean? Like, they both had full-time jobs, they're both doing a lot. And uni was something where I wanted to be more mature about it, and I wanted to be more adult, and I wanted to do stuff for myself. So I kind of like was like, no, I'm not going to involve other people, I'm not going to involve my parents, I'm just going to get on with it, do you know what I'm saying? So basically it was just like, this is something I'm going to try and get through, do you know what I'm saying? So basically it was something that I tried to carry as a burden on my own, do you know what I'm saying? But that's something I also learned in life. Sometimes if you can't carry the weight, don't be afraid to ask for help, do you know what I'm saying? And I am always going to leave literally links to counselling and therapists always in each video that I do, because there's mental health is something that is so important to me. And as a young person, mental health is really like patted to the side. Like, a lot of people seem to think young people can't go through things and can't go through depression, can't go through like mental health breakdowns. And yes, the fuck you can, do you know what I'm saying? Your burden of going through uni, having to do all these classes, feeling depressed because you're not sure of the course you're on, feeling like you've got no friends, isn't necessarily something that's lighter to bear than someone that's going for a 9 to 5 depression. They are stuck in a job they hate, they're stuck with like, do you know what I'm saying? Nobody's pain is more than anybody else's, basically, is what I'm saying. So never feel like your pain is lesser than anyone else's and that you can't seek help for it. Because if you feel you need to seek help, you're welcome to seek help, do you know what I'm saying? So I will leave things always in the description box, because I know during my time of uni I wanted a shoulder to cry on, I wanted a therapist. And university is very good like that, because they do provide counsellors, they do provide people that you can talk to about anything. But for me, I wanted to speak to someone that looked like me. I wanted to speak to someone that understood what I was feeling. And luckily my lecturers did provide people that I could speak to that were similar to me, do you know what I'm saying? But luckily I got to this stage of my course where I didn't need to anymore, so it was okay. Because by the time I reached out for help, so it was okay. But yeah, like, never feel like your burden's, you know, any less than anyone else's. So yeah, that was my experience of being my little rundown. It was hit and miss, don't get me wrong. I had some amazing times, I met some amazing people, I've got friends for life. I've also learned a lot about myself, because uni is a huge journey of self-discovery, like a huge journey. Like, you learn so much, especially if you go and live on your own. Like, I personally didn't, I stayed at home, which was so much more beneficial for me because I wouldn't have coped if I moved out. But when you do move out, you also learn a bit more responsibility. Personally, I still learned my responsibilities because I started doing more, you know, at home, and I also got a car in the space of uni, so I learned the values of looking after something and making sure you've got money at the end of the month to pay for it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was also doing a job whilst I was in uni, so I always knew the value of money, basically. So one thing I will say is, if you are in uni and you do have a job as well, make sure that you're like, what's the word, balancing things, because you don't want to
This is so awkward because I never really recorded in front of people, but I'm recording in front of someone. Okay, he's gone. But
basically make sure you learn the balance, because uni doesn't need to take over your life. Uni is a temporary portion of your life that is going to affect the longevity of your life. So make sure, like, you're not... This man's here again.
Oh, wait.
I don't think he's gonna go, so I'm just gonna continue. But yeah, that was a little rundown experience of my life at university. University was great in a lot of aspects, but it was not in a lot too. So I just wanted people to remember that factor, and to remember that university as a whole is a good experience. You gain a lot. You're gaining a lot of knowledge, you're gaining education, you're gaining a whole degree, which is going to benefit you in the long run. Do you know what I mean? But one of the biggest things I would say when thinking about going to uni is make sure that this is for you. Make sure it's something that you really want to do. Make sure that you're on the course that you really want to be on. And if you're not, within the first few weeks, cut. Make sure that you're on the right course for you, and make sure that uni really is for you, because if it's not, you are getting yourself into 3 years worth of debt for nothing. You're getting yourself onto a course that you don't really want to do for nothing. Like, it's not going to benefit you if you're not trying to reap the benefits of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So make sure it is what you want to do, and this is the course you want to be on. Do you know what I mean? Because uni comes with so many benefits as well as everything else. So make sure you're just focusing on the positives. Make sure that you are learning to survive in a way that's beneficial, and in a way that's like, how do I explain? A way that's not damaging. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a way that's like gonna be beneficial for your mental health, beneficial for your physical health, beneficial for your financial health, like a way that's just beneficial for you. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't ever want to be in a situation where you've put yourself in a negative spot for something that isn't necessary. Do you know what I mean? Another car just parked next to me, so it's very awkward because I feel like they can see me filming myself, and they probably can, but I'm just too far gone at this point. And I've literally forgot everything that I wanted to say.
everything I wanted to say.
Yeah. Make sure you're like reaping every single benefit possible of university, because you're paying a lot. Like, make sure you're going to the library, because the library is amazing. Like, make sure you're using the hours that it's open if you can't concentrate at home, and if you feel that uni's good. Because personally, I went to both. Like, I would go to the library sometimes, and sometimes I stay at home, because the library actually can be so good. Like, if you want to have a space where you just want to relax, the library is so good. Make sure you're using all the benefits of the libraries and books, because the library will not fail you on that. Make sure you're using your lecturers. Make sure you're using the people that are there to help you. There's advice counsellors, there's housing counsellors, there's therapists, there's like your lecturers in general, especially in third year when you're doing your dissertation, make sure you're using your lecturers and your tutors, because your tutors are there to help you and they will not lead you astray. Like, I thank God so much for my lecturers in the last year. They were all amazing, and my tutor, she was amazing, like amazing. Like, sometimes your tutor can bring you back down to earth as well, because you'll think that you're just, sometimes you can get a bit of ahead of yourself and get in a bit of a fantasy world in terms of university, and then your tutor and your lecturer just brings you back down to earth. Like, come on, you need to be right in this, like this or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So make sure you're doing that. Make sure that you're creating connections that are going to help you. So staying around people that are on your course that are feeling the same things as you, because you never know. Sometimes you might think, oh, I'm being a bit dramatic about this coursework I've got to do, it's too much, blah blah blah. Someone else in your course might think the exact same thing, and then you can both, you know, talk about it. And power is in numbers, so maybe you can figure something out and go and see your tutor together and be like, listen bitch, like, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the sole reason I created my channel is to help university students and to help people, because university is just something that's just hit and miss. So my channel will consist of a lot more like university based videos and a lot more things to guide you through your experience, because it's not always amazing. So I hope this video was okay. Hope I didn't ramble a lot. I'm probably gonna edit so much out of this, but thank you for joining the channel. Please like, please subscribe. If this is something that you think someone will benefit from, pass it on. Let me know what your experience of uni was, because I'd love to see that. Let me know if you're starting uni now, how you're feeling with this whole global pandemic. Like, I know a lot of unis are going to start doing more virtual things, and towards the end of my course it was more virtual, and personally I don't like that style of teaching, because I think, what am I paying for, what am I in debt for? Because you can find virtual courses for so much cheaper online, so £9 a year for a virtual course is a joke. But let me know how you're finding that experience. Let me know how everything's going for you, because obviously the whole process of education is completely different to how it was when I was in education. Like, grading's different, everything's different. So let me know how that was for you. Peace out, Girl Scout.